Namaste friends, welcome to Yoga Bliss with Shelly, and I am Shelly. Today I am on a camper trip in beautiful Howard, Colorado, and today's practice is be inspired by nature. And yeah, I'm real excited. I know I've checked out for a little bit this summer. I've been just getting ready to sell my house and doing some things, so I'm here today. I'm here showing up for you, knowing that I'm always here for you and I love you. Grab your mat, unroll the edges, unpeel the edges, and let's do this. Welcome back, my friends. Join me in your favorite Sukhasana, that crisscross apple sauce, which sometimes can be a challenge. So I know before I begin a practice I get kind of wiggly, so just get all those wiggles out, wiggle it on out, and just allow yourself to root down. You can move the meaty part of the booty, the glute away, and allow yourself just to find a little length in the spine. You can rest the hands on the knees. And just exhale, knowing that you have arrived, that you're here, and that being here is exactly where you need to be, my friends. And on the next exhale, just bringing the attention to that exhale and what it sounds like and what it feels like. Organically allowing a breath to come in and lengthening a long exhale through the core. You can try by bringing a hand up to the jaw and just loosening it, maybe both hands, and allowing that jaw to melt away and let it go. And let's take 3 of those. So really just focus yourself on your exhale, and with that exhale, just feel what that feels like. Without judgments, without perceptions. Excellent work. Awesome work, my friends. From here, meeting me in a tabletop position. And allow yourself just to find yourself here and just take a little moment, a free moment here. So maybe that's taking a few cow and cats, or just find a little self-expression, something that feels good for you and your body. It doesn't have to be what I'm doing. Just allow yourself just to kind of tune into what's going on today, what is happening in this body. Awesome, my friends. From here, lengthening that left leg long, and then the right arm long. So you're going to bring these long, and from the core you're going to zip up and allowing yourself to move any wrinkles from the neck, allowing the arm to lay long, and then from the back of the calf and the glute, lengthening long and strong. Inhale to tuck. Exhale to find length. Good job. Inhale to tuck, and really feeling that back arch up, tuning into that hand rooted on the earth as you pause here. Just really driving that heel up towards the sit bones and taking 2 breaths here. Finding stillness in nature, my friends. Nature always is this friendly reminder for us all to just be here. Exhaling long and strong. Inhale to tuck. Exhale, find length. Good job. Really tune into that calf. You can point that foot if that feels good. You can raise here. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, lengthen, pausing here. Now we're going to pulse upwards 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You can do this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly inhale to tuck, hugging in, up, 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 up. Bringing that heel towards that sit bone here. 3 breaths here. Or you can count down, whatever resonates with you. Just holding here, knowing that there's moments for movement, there's moments for stillness in life. Exhaling long one more time, sinking back down to the earth. Maybe just taking a moment to rock out the pelvis, the hips, that pelvic wall. Feel what it feels like in the shoulders, and setting yourself up on the opposite body. So right leg is long, right hand is rooted, left hand, opposite hand is going to come long and strong. So from the core, hugging the navel up towards the spine, arms long and strong, through the back of the glute, the back of the thigh, the back of the calf, powering up here, finding length. Joy says hello. Inhale to tuck. Exhale to find length here, my friends. Inhale to tuck here. Allowing yourself to just show up as you are. Showing up in your body and just tuning into your body, my friends, and knowing that this is a practice. Yoga is not a perfect. And that wherever you are on your mat, in your body, is okay. And if you need to take this slower, you can. And from here, we're going to tuck in and really bring that right heel up towards that right glute. And rooting that hand into the earth, and the opposite. That right hand into the earth, long and strong, my friends. Inhale to tuck. Finding that length. It's like such a metaphor in life. Sometimes we feel compressed and roly-poly in, and other times we feel long and expanded. Good job. 3 more, you can do this. 1, 2, strengthening through. On the 3rd one, finding length here, long and strong, pulsing up for 1, 2, staying in strong. 3, I can do hard things. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale to tuck one last time. Exhale long. All right, coming on all 4s. Woo. And just in this moment, kind of bringing the tops of the feet like a kickstand up, and then just driving the heels down, lengthening those arms long in front of you for like a little happy puppy. So you can drive those sit bones back, or Anahata Asana, heart to the earth. Just take this at your pace. You could also choose a child's pose if that feels good for you, my friends. Just take this moment to just tune in, to find a little stillness here. Just be with your body without trying to change you or knowing that there's something wrong. To just be, my friends. You're doing such good work. Expansive breath into the back of the heart and let it melt. And from here, my friends, bringing the hands underneath of the shoulders. Inhale, pressing up. And then actually you can bring those hands forward. And we're going to imagine like we're rolling a ball on our nose. We're going to roll forward, coming onto the tummy. From here, option to cobra up. Or if you would like to, you can also have the option to take an up dog. So rooting the hands into the earth, you can inhale, raising up the body. Really powering through the glutes and the core as you lift up through the body, my friends. Or you can be down here and knowing that's enough. Awesome work, friends. Really feeling that gentle back bend in that spine. Okay, really rooting the hands into the earth, pointing up through the tops of the feet. From the core, we're going to inhale, raising up to plank. Really tucking through that belly. Exhale, diving the sit bones up high to the sky here, and walking out your dog here in this downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Just rooting in through the hands. If you need to, you can fix your shirt. Set yourself up for success here. You can just take a moment to see the world upside down. I'm here at this campsite. We're on a camper trip. And there's trees, and I can see their big old trunks rooted into the earth, and all of the beautiful greenery up. Just walking out the dog here. Just take this moment. And from here, we're gonna kind of zigzag and walk, see, up to the top of the mat. Right here, I'm making a video right here, Sissy. We're gonna fold forward. The girls are here, not quite yet. We're going to take a camper shower in a little bit. So we're going to just fold forward. Can I bring Jojo in my camper? No, you can just leave him right there. He's doing just great. Thank you. And allow the body just to push forward from the heart. Allowing the body to drape forward, to noodle down. You can grab opposite elbows to opposite elbows here. You can sway side to side. Just taking another moment here. And this just little gentle inversion. And I know for me, my hamstrings get a little tight, so you can give yourself a more generous bend, and that's okay if you need that. I need that sometimes. And then you can, from the center, just walking the hands to one side of the body, allowing one hip to pop out as you compress in the opposite hip here. Taking a breath through that side, the ribs that are nice and open and expanded. Letting that exhale deepen. This next one, just more bringing the attention back to that exhale, how we began the practice. Awesome work. Meeting to center, walking to the opposite side, allowing the hip to pop open on one side and to compress on the opposite side. Just feeling what that feels like in that body. Breathing that breath in. Awesome work, my friends. Wonderful. Coming back to center in reverse swan diving, raising all the way up to standing. Inhale, raising arms up high to the sky. Palms kissing palms to Anjali Mudra. That's just palms of the hands kissing palms of the hands. And meeting me in a mountain. And a mountain is one of these poses that often gets overlooked. It's one of my favorite poses. So really root yourself, root your feet. I can meet you here at the front. So really just root those feet into the earth. So just lift up inside of the hips. I used to think this was outside. So really just tune into your hips. But maybe today you're wanting to feel like you want a wider gait. So tune into you and how your body is feeling, because this is your practice. This is your home practice. So really root, and I want you to imagine just like you can do this kind of halfway hinging forward, and we're gonna zip up from the ankles to the knees, and always a gentle bend to the knees in yoga, and then just zipper in and up, and then coming up here. And allow yourself to really inhale, raising the shoulder blades up, opening up through the heart here. So just taking a few of these as you inhale, raising up, tuning into the shoulders and this mountain. I'm here actually near Buena Vista. I thought it was called Buena Vista. It's the locals call it Buena Vista, and it is this panoramic area of mountains just engulfing this entire space. It's absolutely beautiful, and the energy is just so wonderful up here. And inhale, raising up those shoulders to sink down. Now we're gonna come forward, so just inhale, really feeling what those shoulders are feeling like. And maybe you wanna take one at a time. Maybe you wanna take both at a time. Maybe you wanna throw your arms a little noodly, or maybe you wanna keep them a little bit more stiff at the sides. Just tune into your shoulders and your body. From here, we're gonna exhale, opening those arms up wide, wide, wide to the sky. We're gonna exhale, crossing that midsection, and we're gonna come in here for a little hug. And just taking this moment to just give yourself love. Maybe you've done this today. Maybe you haven't ever done this. Maybe it's been a while. And in this moment, just giving yourself some compassion for how you're feeling, for what you've been experiencing, for what the world has been experiencing, from all the things. Taking a break from all media, from all opinions, from everything, just showing up here. Pausing here. Awesome work, my friends. Exhaling those arms. So we're gonna meet back at the top of the mat. From here, we're gonna do a little sun salutation. I've been loving these sun salutations, so little modifications. We're gonna inhale, raising those arms up high, high, high to the sky in Anjali Mudra. Exhale, hinging forward from the heart. And you can just kind of hinge from the heart halfway forward, fold here. You can do a little, if you're like a Pilates person, you could do a little Pilates bounce in, or you can just exhale down, bringing those hands to the earth, stepping one foot back. So really root those wide open starfish hands. So that's from the thumb to the pointer, all the way to the pinky. And I know for me, I have to extend the pinky off the side of the mat, stepping the other foot back, my friends. Awesome work. From here, you just kind of go down to the knees, sink at the knees, open those knees wide up. Exhale, coming forward. Awesome work here for a child's pose, a Bhaktasana or a Balasana. Whatever feels good for you. If you want to bring those arms back for a moment and just tuck into this little pouch, you can. If you want to get those shoulders more involved here. And we're going to come forward like we did before, imagining like we're going to roll that ball with our nose. So rooting those hands into the earth, raising up at the heart a little bit through the core. We're going to inhale, coming to the tummy. From the earth, hugging through the thighs. This is one of those things where you can just let your body go limp, where you can really activate through the thighs and all the booties. Inhale to raise up. Give yourself a little gentle back bend. The arms might want to wing out, hugging them in. Exhale from here, my friends. Awesome work. From here, we're going to inhale, raising it up. Coming to that downward facing dog. Walking out that dog for a little moment here. Tuning into what it feels like. We're going to inhale that right foot up high, high, high to the sky. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to step it up, whatever that looks like for you. Then we're going to step that other foot up. Sometimes the stepping up is more like I need a helping hand. If that's what you need, that's okay. And then you can help yourself up here. And then we're going to inhale, raising up. We do that one more time, my friends. From here, Anjali Mudra. Hinge that heart forward. Floating those arms back like a beautiful bird. You can imagine your favorite bird. You could do a few little free movements here for this halfway forward fold. Just taking a moment. Feel what that feels like in the glutes, the calves, hands down to the earth, my friends. So really rooting through, stepping one foot back. Option always to come down to the knees here if you need to. So if this is stepping one foot back, you can step into a plank like so, or you can step down and down here. And from here, just taking a moment to focus on that exhale. So really just pressing and rooting that exhale out. Pulling those knees down to the earth. Opening up wide knees, toes touching toes, sinking the sit bones all the way back. Bringing that awareness to the exhale. Okay, now flowing like that puppy, rolling forward. Coming up. Awesome work, raising up here. Half little back bend. You've got this, friends. Feels so good to move, right? Good morning, day. Good morning, sun. I love sun salutations. From here, my friends, you're going to post up on the feet. Root those hands into the earth. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, sink those sit bones. High, high, high up to the sky. Now we're just taking that left foot. Same thing. High, high, high up. Inhale, whatever this looks like, step that forward. Stepping that other foot forward. Inhale, root to rise. Raising up, bringing palms, kissing palms to the heart center. I'm going to meet you at the center of the mat, and I feel like for a balancing pose, since we are surrounded by all these trees, we have to do a vrikshasana, a tree, right? It just wouldn't be right if I didn't do a tree pose. So really rooting that left foot into the earth. So maybe getting your wiggles out if you need to take a moment. Grab a drink of water. I know the sun is shining. It's getting me. Feels great. 3 different options here. First, we're going to zip up all those joints. Gentle bend to the knee. Really hugging that hip in. First option is going to be kickstand above the ankle joint. In yoga, we always want to watch out for our joints because our joints are these beautiful things that help us. Second option, up at the calf. Just be leery. You don't want to lay on that knee. You want to come above that joint. Third option, all the way up. So really equally pressing in the sole of the foot to the inner thigh, finding length in that spine. Knowing wherever you are in your practice is enough, and you can bring the hands Anjali Mudra to the heart here. Or if you want to get a little creative, I've been really creative. I just got done listening to Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Incredible book. If you haven't read it, I recommend listening or reading. It's wonderful. So being creative in your doing we can use in so many different aspects of our life. You can float the arms up using a drishti, a visual point. You can use a lotus flower. You can lotus it up, floating all the way above. Inhaling that breath, growing the tree. So to grow your tree, you can almost imagine like you have a string on the top of your head and you're just being pulled up. Whoop. It's like the sun is just guiding you up. And knowing sometimes we float out, fall out, just get back in. You can use a wall, you can use many things. Slowly exhaling down. You can grab those hands, palms, kissing palms, interlacing, opening up the heart here. really opening up that foot that is up on the thigh or down near the calf. Slowly and mindfully. Exhale, you can help yourself. Woo! And just shake it out. I like to la 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 shake it out. So give yourself a moment. Woo, that was a good one. How do you feel? You know, every practice is a different practice, and it's okay if it didn't go well, and it's awesome if it did go well. And if you're in the middle, rock on. Wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. So we're gonna, woo, shake that out. Maybe give yourself a little hula hoop. And if you haven't tried, I did a really fun hoop yoga practice. It was like my favorite practice I've done in a long time. Check it out, it's super fun. So rooting that right foot into the earth, zipping up, still micro bend to the knee. I know sometimes that could sound like an oxymoron. How do you micro bend when you're standing on one leg? You're just being mindful of those joints again, right? Really hugging that hip in, finding length in the spine, finding your space. I recommend you try doing it on the same spot that you did on the other side. So finding that length in the body, palms kissing palms to the heart. Getting creative in your being, right? You can float it up. You can find stillness. You can make that lotus. A lotus is just palms together and then touch the thumbs, touch the pinkies, and just open up like you're making a beautiful flower. Or maybe you have your favorite flower. Maybe it's a rose or a magnolia or a lily or an iris. I have beautiful calla lilies out front of my house. I absolutely love whatever flower. And zipping yourself up, growing yourself, pulling on that string, bringing that awareness to the exhale. And whenever we exhale, we can allow ourselves to let go of a little bit more. Let go of some of the overwhelm. Let go of that stress. Let that tension go. You don't have to hold the weight of everything on your shoulders. You don't. That's why we practice yoga, right? It helps us get physically fit, helps us feel healthy in our being. And it's also this spiritual practice, this mindfulness practice where we can kind of let some of that crap go, right? Exhale, floating those arms back if you want to. Bringing palms, kissing palms, interlacing the fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades in the back body as you open up the heart here. In yoga, we call the anahata, which is our spiritual heart. And you might jive with that and you might not. It's just that space, it's that soul space within us, right? Opening up the heart, slowly floating down and away, and unhinging, bringing, unrolling, and shaking it out. Awesome. As we shake it out, just give yourself a minute. Yes, you just did that. Awesome. I love balancing practices. From the heart, my friends, we're going to hinge forward. And you can just take this slow. I like to kind of go from here and then just kind of do a little froggy, kind of squatting down. So whatever this looks like for you to get down to your booty, okay? I like to kind of do this. Bring one hand back and the other hand back and come to the bottom. I know that it does not always work like that for everyone. Bringing legs long, hands by the side, inhale to raise up for a staff. This is one of those poses that also gets overlooked. I feel like you can really activate and just draw it all in from here. Awesome work. All right, from the core, we're gonna inhale, coming back, and we're gonna do 5 of these. We're gonna come up, exhale back, and you can bring the legs out if that feels good. 4, get a little playful, be creative. 3, have fun. 2, fly like a bird. And last one, open up like a star. And then allow yourself to come to your back and hug in. Give yourself a nice hug, 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 hug. Hug it in. You can put those arms cactus at the side and just gently, like a windmill, not a windmill, a windshield wiper is what I meant. From the core, just side to side, or like, kind of like a pendulum, just ticking side to side. Slowing it down. Awesome work. Center to the side, center to the side. Awesome, my friends. And in this moment, just wrapping those hands around the outside of the knees or under. Inhale, raising up, giving yourself a hug, and giving yourself compassion in this moment. Compassion for all the feelings. Slowly allowing yourself to sink down. Allowing from the core, one leg to slow, knee and mindfully go down, and the opposite. Bringing one leg long and the other leg long. If you're feeling like you need a little bit more rooting into your body or grounded, put your hands on the belly. If you're feeling like your heart is aching a lot, you're having a lot of pain there, put those hands on the heart. Maybe it's your throat chakra, your head, or maybe you just want to be open. And in our final pose of surrender in our Shavasana, as we are here in nature, being inspired by trees, hearing the birds, allow yourself to settle in your body and just be, as you scan from the toes, melting and relaxing the soles of the feet, spiraling around the ankles, melting and relaxing the calves, to the knees, relaxing the legs, all the way to the core, melting the heart, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms and the hands, melting the jaw, deepening the eye sockets, relaxing the head. And allow yourself to surrender here and to just be, to just lie with yourself, to lay with yourself for this moment without trying to do anything else. And allowing yourself to bring the awareness to the exhale. And if you can, counting 3 breaths in, 1, 2, 3, and deepening 3 breaths out, 1, 2. Awesome, my friends, bringing palms, kissing palms in front of that heart, that spiritual heart, and acknowledging all the good and love within you. Namaste. Namaste. If you have a few more minutes, I encourage you to just chill and be in your Shavasana. I love you. I will see you back here very soon.